right, Chris, Governor, good to see you. Thank you. Other than complaining about the ABC moderators, which I know is a grievance among Trump loyalists, your thoughts on the debate?
Well, I think what we saw here is a difference between style and substance, and people are going to look at this, and some people love style, and they're going to say, hey, that was terrific, and other people like substance. But I think from me, as a private sector business person, as a governor that's trying to drive our economy forward, the only thing I heard in the term of policy in over 90 minutes from Vice President Harris was she wants to give away money to new home buyers, she wants to give away money to small businesses, and she wants to give away money to families. And apparently
some of those things are kind of popular.
They are, but I mean, let's understand, she is trying to run away from the fact that inflation in this country was part of the things that she voted for, which is when you borrow money from foreign countries and then give that money away, whether it's to, projects that would just be again inflationary. I mean, if you give somebody $25,000 to buy a house, the price of all the houses in America are going to go up by $25,000. When you subsidize something, the price goes up.
Why didn't President Trump make any of those points on the debate stage?
Well, that's up to President Trump, but I think part of it was there was so much repetition of lies. Maybe that's a strategy, but I mean, like a lot of the blocks talking about Project 2025 and then repeating all this stuff, which he has, disavowed for months. And so if the other candidate is saying that, knowing that it's been disavowed, everybody knows it's been disavowed, that had to be a strategy that says, well, we're just going to tell lies and see if we can get under his skin.
My sources with inside Trump world and other Republicans are complaining a lot about the ABC moderators. We just heard him talk about doing another debate. Kamala Harris says she wants another debate. Is it worth walking into the ring or onto the field, so to speak, if you feel it's rigged?
Well, I'm not sure. I've heard just at the other end of this room the talk about another debate, but it'll be interesting to see what network, what moderators, what rules to try to do that, to see if there can be a little more of a level playing field.
So your thought in terms of if you were to describe Donald Trump's best moment tonight, the moment that you'd hope people would remember, it would be what?
Well, I think he was, again, very, very clear about certain things. I mean, if you care about having secure borders, it's Donald Trump. If you care about stopping wars abroad, it's Donald Trump. If you care about, whipping inflation and getting interest rates down, restoring the energy, it's Donald Trump. Turns out those are the three things that are on the minds of most voters. And so I feel like that he kept coming back to those. Those are the core things. He understands that that's what voters are interested in. And I think there's very clear distinction about that. And when Kamala says, hey, we want to turn the page, we don't want to go back, turns out most Americans actually were better off under President Trump. So, I mean, it's a little bit of like, really, that's her campaign slogan. We're not going back. The voters that I know are like, yeah, I'd like to go back when I can, afford to put gas in my tank and food on the table and buy a house.
All right. Governor, thank you very much. Appreciate seeing you on the campaign trail and at the second debate, Chris.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.